Hello, everyone. Welcome back to E20 Zone TV. I hope everyone's all well out there in the world and doing good on this Friday afternoon. And it is payday weekend for many a people out there. This is the Everton versus West Ham preview. This is my final video of the weekend. So take it in, embrace it, and enjoy. Before I get started, please do smash a like on the video, subscribe to E20 Zone TV, hit notification bell, all that game. Graham Potter's interview, mate, is like the slow death, in it. It is like a man who is just vanilla. There is no personality in the man whatsoever. And I just watched the sort of, I just watched it, and to try and get a bit of enthusiasm, nothing of any note. But we need a result. Simple as that. We need a result on Merseyside. Otherwise, this geezer's out the door. Is he out the door already? Probably. The way he's coming across on his interview, he was like a man who was just like really couldn't be bothered to be there, if I'm being brutally honest. And the only time the man smiled at all, right, was when they spoke about the face swapping sort of trend that is going around X currently right now. That is mad, mate. That is mad. And listen, we need a result of some note, and we need a win. Like it'd be nice to have a win, like let alone a result. We need a win. But nevertheless, it's going to be difficult. Now, obviously, we go to Merseyside on Monday night. We've got no Souček. We're probably going to see James Ward-Prowse starting in the middle of the park again. Oh, this is going to be tough, mate. Honestly, I think Grealish is going to tear us a new one. Dewsbury Hall, they've done all right. Everton since the season start, they've done okay. Yeah, obviously, but they did get knocked out of the League Cup during the week to a Wolves side that we lost to. So there is hope for West Ham. Do you know what I mean? Listen, we're bad, but are we that bad? Do you know what I'm saying? But listen, I will talk about West Ham first before I get to Everton. And last weekend, one thing with this club that I'm noticing, and I'm noticing a bit of a trend with this club right now, is basically we are a 20 minute spell club. That's all we are. Right? We do stuff for 20 minutes and then we fall apart. Not very much good enough for me. It really isn't. Right? We need to see an up tempo, upbeat West Ham, a team that looks to go to win the game. Right? I think Potter's going to go there and set up in a way not to lose the game. And that's just not good enough for me, right? It really isn't. But his job is firmly on the line. He needs a result of some note, and he's going to try and do that when he means necessary. Does that mean that West Ham are going to go back to three at the back? Honestly, if he goes three at the back, then he's just asking for trouble. Do you know what I'm saying? I don't think Everton will go through West Ham like other teams have gone through us, like Tottenham and Chelsea and teams like that. I just don't see it. I just simply don't see it. But they can beat us, and they can beat us pretty convincingly. Like this is a side that at home, I don't think they've lost a game at home since they've been back. So it's going to be a tough game. Like all the Evertonians are going to be sort of there enjoying their football stadium rather than like an Olympic stadium that we've got. And we've got a manager in charge who really doesn't want to be there either for us. So yeah, I completely agree. I agree with that comment there from Mark. Wasn't Potter's press conference so uninspiring, James, mate? It completely was. It was like it was a case of basically he didn't want to be there, and the only time that man smiled, well, was once. Yeah, was when about the face swapping and talking about his kids enjoying it and finding it funny. Do you know what I'm saying? And then another thing on these press conference, it was basically him basically talking about himself and his past and like what he means to be a manager and this and that. Mate, I care about what he's trying to do to win the game, because I expect West Ham to go to and at least not lose the game against Everton. Like West Ham haven't lost to Everton last season. Both games were draws. I expect West Ham to go to Everton and put in some sort of performance. Will they though? I don't think they will. Right, if I'm being truthfully honest. So we need to see some sort of reaction. Now, I personally want to see 4-3-3. I really do. I want to see Paqueta. I want to see Fernandez, and I know it's going to be hard to say, but Ward-Prowse is going to play. Do you know what I'm saying? Because there is no one else in there. Then the front three is going to be Somerville, Bowen, and probably Wilson for me. Um, I don't think Kilman should play. I agree with what Jay Wood says there. I swear to God, if Kilman starts, I'll be fuming. Kilman's been awful, and he he's not getting a lot of heat. Other players get a lot of heat. He's one player that's not getting a lot of heat, and he should be getting a bit of heat. I will say that, but I if we get rolled, yeah, again, questions need to be asked of what you gaining here by keeping him here to the international break. If we get rolled by Everton on Monday night, I expect him to be sacked. Yeah, and I will take a temporary manager for one game against Arsenal away. I can sacrifice losing one game, right? And I will openly admit this, right? I'll take losing to them as long as we've got someone in charge who knows what they're doing, like an interim, and then you've got 3 weeks to find a new manager. I'm sure a club like West Ham United, a well-run club, right? Sarcastically saying that, can go and find a manager in 3 weeks before you get to Brentford at home on the sort of Monday night. Will they though? I don't know. I don't think so. I think Everton, just talk about Everton, and we'll get to your comments. Anyone who wants to come on, they can come on. It's only going to be a short video. But I think Everton are going to come strong. They've got Barry up front, they've got Grealish, they've got Dewsbury. Their midfield's a bit light. They've got Garner in there and Gay in there. They're obviously Braithwaite is not fit. That's what one of the boys told me yesterday. And who else is there? There's someone else who's in there. I think it's going to be Michael Keane. It's going to be Tarkovsky's in there with someone else. I can't remember who the other person is, but obviously Braithwaite's not in there. So at set plays, they ain't going to be as strong as they normally are. But they don't need to be strong at set plays. Do you know what I mean? They've got people like Grealish who can beat a man, get a ball across, and that's where the damage is going to be coming from that side. Like they're going to get the ball to Grealish and just keep whipping that ball across consistently over a period of time. So it's going to be interesting to see how West Ham cope in regards of dealing with Grealish, dealing with Dewsbury, and dealing with Everton as a whole, right? Because one thing we can't do at the minute is we can't deal with set pieces, we can't deal with wingers, we can't deal with absolutely nothing at the minute, and we're a bit of a shit show. We really are. And Wan-Bissaka is still out. I just see that comment there from Robert. Wan-Bissaka's still out for a month. He's been out for a month now with a stomach problem. It's not good. It's not good. Right, let's go to a few of your comments, then I'll get to my sort of team lineup, which I've probably already just said. The manager has to fuck off now. Honestly, pissing me off. No wonder we are doing this on social media. Yeah, but I don't blame the manager, mate. I'm going to say this: the owner should take responsibility and sack him. He should. He should just sack him. But someone tell me what's keeping Potter here right now? It's the owner. The owner's keeping it, and the only reason why the owner's keeping him here is because he's going to use that Brentford game as an isolated game to bring a new manager in and try and cause division between the fan base again. That's what he's going to do, right? I'd have money on it. Do you know what I mean? Because can I see us getting anything in the next 2 games? Probably not. Do you know what I'm saying? I'm a bit hopeful with this one because one thing with West Ham is we do like to go to places and beat teams who have just moved into new gaffs. That's one thing with us. And with Everton, we didn't lose against Everton at all last year. And we seem to love a draw against Everton all the time. So, you know, let's get to this. Jason says, I put a comment on the press conference that the team's a mess, but playing James Ward-Prowse every fucking game doesn't help your cause. It simply don't, mate. It simply don't. We are making noise now. He won't be here past Arsenal. Yeah, I believe so. I really do. Right, I'm gonna get to my team selection now. There's 2 selections really, if I'm being honest. There's 4-3-3 that what I would like to see, and there's 3-5-2. What do you go with? But what is the best? Right, what is the more positive outcome here? 4-3-3 for me would be ideal. You go with Ariola in goal because Manson is just no good. You go with a back 4 which is probably going to be Carl Walker-Peters on one side, Malik Diouf on the other. The two centre halves are a bit of an issue for me because Kilman has been absolutely shite. Mavropanos has to start. I can't believe I'm saying that. Mavropanos has to start. Do you know what I mean? Um, do you chuck Igor in there? I don't think you do, right? Unless it's a back three, where we can have a bit more support. Um, but it's looking likely that probably Kilman would probably play, right? The middle of the park, you got Paqueta, Fernandez. I personally would chuck in Magassa. I really would. I'd throw him in from the start and say, you know what, let's see what he can do. Right. And the only way we're going to judge this geezer is from the start of a game. Do you know what I mean? If Ward-Prowse does start again, then he has nudes on him. He has something on the geezer, yeah, and it needs to be investigated by the police immediately. So that there is that. For me, he's going to play Ward-Prowse because that's his safe man. That's his yes man. Um, and then the front three for me has to be Somerville, Bowen. I don't know about Wilson or Forkrug. For me, I'd go with Forkrug on this game and then bring Wilson off. I think Wilson's better off, more effective off the bench than he is starting a game. I think he gets a bit lost when he starts a game, and we see it recently when he comes off the bench. He's more of an impact. Forkrug's no better, don't get me wrong, but one of them's going to have to play and one of them's going to have to come off the bench. So you've got to rotate it around and go with whatever one you feel is best needed for the job. So yeah, there is that. And then you've got the five at the back, which, you know what I'm saying? It wouldn't surprise me if he goes with that. But Magassa, for me, has to play. It's just right. What's the point signing this kid if you're just going to see him on the bench? I know he wasn't great the other day, and just see how he gets on. We've got nothing else to lose, if I'm being truthfully honest. We really haven't. So yeah, there is that on that. Let's get to this comment. We brought the wrong Igor from Brighton. We should have gone for Igor Jesus in a brand new defensive pairing, but no, we've got Igor Julio. Yeah, we've got Igor flipping Frankenstein's assistant. So there you go. Right, I'm gonna get to my sort of prediction, and then I'm gonna roll through your comments. So any comments that you want read out, I'm gonna read them out. I'm gonna go for about 20 minutes, and then I'm done. I actually feel no, I don't feel confident in this game, but something is saying to me West Ham are going to get a draw out of this game. I don't know why, but we drew them twice last year. We drew 1-0 with them at Goodison. We drew 0-0 at home last year against them. I've got a feeling that we're going to draw again with them, and we're going to be left in a bit of limbo here. Can I see Everton rolling us? I can't really see it. I can't. I really can't see it. I think they're a decent side, but I do think we are on our day. We can turn up and we can put in a performance. And I think the boys know that their backs are firmly against the wall now. Firmly against the wall. The problem is I don't see us winning this game, so I'm probably going to go for a 1-1, 1-1 draw. I do think it's a draw though, and I don't think West Ham are going to win this game. I think if Everton score early, then it could be another situation where we could get rolled out again. And if that's the case, then he has to be sacked that night because you can't keep losing these games. But we need something at Everton. Simple as that. We need a point at Everton at least, and he needs to deliver it. Do you know what I'm saying? Jay Woods says some of you on Bowen need to blitz Everton. I just think they need to be on it from minute one, the pair of them. And I'm happy because what it is with Moyes' team, and we all know David Moyes very, very well, is he's going to be hard to beat. So he ain't going to come out, right? So really what we want to do, we want to give Everton all the ball and just hit him on the fucking break. Like, and if we can hit him on the break, then we're going to have half a chance. Obviously, set pieces are key because we're rubbish at set pieces, and teams will know this and all, and they're probably working on it as we speak right now. Let's see what Paul's got to say. Here's a fault, James. Players might up their game as they know Potter's going and want to look good for the new manager. Possibly. I think the players will try and put in a performance of some note. The issue is if we, just for argument's sake, we win the game, where does that leave us? because if we go and win the game, it would go into the Arsenal game, and then obviously I don't think we're going to get anything against Arsenal, but it wouldn't surprise me if we shit ass a result somewhere along the line, and he's still in the job. Because it seems like every time a manager's back is firmly against the wall, and they need to pull a result out their arse, they do it every single time at this club, which is amazing. Like it really is. So it's going to be interesting to see how we cope. Let's get to Jason's comment. I'm going up there Monday. I've got my flag from Bubbles. On Saturday, let's see if Sky will show all the flags. Yeah, obviously there was going to be a black balloons, I think, but there's a tribute to Bradley Lowry, so be respectful if you're going up there, and um, enjoy it, because it's a new experience going to Everton's new ground. What was it called? The Dickinson Hill Stadium, I think it's called. Which, fair play. Uh, will be interesting to see which out of work managers are at the game Monday. Probably Harry Redknapp, Big Sam, and Slav all sitting there having a pint. So yeah, listen, I'm going to go with a draw. I think West Ham might get something out of this game. Um, they know the heat's firmly on them. That's the problem. And the biggest issue of all is if we get rolled out of this game, I do not expect to see Graham Potter Tuesday morning at West Ham. Oh, it's the Hills Dickinson Stadium. Well, I knew it was one way or another, Robert, but thank you for clarifying that for me. Do you know what I'm saying? Kim Jong Un or Joe Un is saying 4-0 loss. I don't think we're getting rolled for, mate. I will be doing a watch along on it. Right, it's going to be a busy night for me. I'm going to be doing watch along, after fault, player ratings, going to do the whole shebang on Monday night and get everything done. That's why I'm not doing no more videos over the weekend. I'm going to let everyone else just crack on and do their stuff. But if we get rolled and we get hammered, I don't expect him to be here Tuesday morning. Do you know what I'm saying? There is no reason to keep Graham Potter here if we get rolled against Everton on Monday night. There is none. It's just simply there's no reason for it. If you can't find someone to come in on a temporary basis, right? Mark Noble could come in on a temporary basis and do and just run the team for one game. Evan Keane could do it, right? Surely there must be a coach there who could do it. Like, I know it's against Arsenal, and like, listen, it could, if he does go and we do have a temporary manager in charge, it can work one or two ways. We can either be absolutely great and everyone comes together and fights for the cause, or we could be absolutely awful and lose about 7-0. So it is what it is on that, but I, I don't know. I don't think that's going to happen, mate. Iola or Silva, the only two to sort this team out. Ain't happening, mate. We're not. Listen, I love the sort of Marco Silva shouts. I love it. I see video. I don't even see videos. I see the thumbnails of videos saying Marco Silva to West Ham. Just remember who runs this club, who's running the show. He doesn't buy no one out of a contract. He ain't going to buy no one out of a contract now. You got more chance of fucking Long John fucking Silva turning up at the fucking crow's nest than you have fucking Marco Silva. So I just don't see it. It's going to happen anytime soon. I think it's set for Nuno to come, and I think they're just waiting for the right time to announce it. And then I've got to pay out all my fucking bets, mate. What a muck! I mean, never back a manager, lads. Never back a manager. So there you go. Um, I would always call it the Bramley Moore Stadium. Yeah, more names than anything, mate. Honestly. Um, right. Any final comments from anyone? Give us a shout. Let us know. Um, listen, I done that video I done yesterday. Done really, really well. I was really pleased with that. Got over 2,000 views on it. So I was quite chuffed with that one. So I do appreciate it. And also smash a like and a hype. You get a hype on these videos now. So smash a like, smash a hype for E20. So there you go. What was this one? The last time we got someone out of a contract, I think it was Pardew. I don't think it was. I don't think it was in work, mate. I think he had just left Reading. And that obviously, I think that was under Terence Brown. That was. It wasn't under Sullivan. I know that for certain. It's going to be a tricky one on Monday night, though. Honestly, let's get to this one from Danny. James, the problem is two more matches could put us in deeper shit. If other teams are racking up points, I don't get the delay. Just sack him already. What manager wants to come though? True, very very true, mate. Like extremely true. And that's the issue is unless there's a method in your madness, mate. Unless you are doing something for a purpose, because normal people, right? And I'm going to speak to you like everyone's normal watching this right now. Normal people would turn around and go, right, sack him now, right? And we need to get a new manager in because we've still got points to earn here, right? The issue is we're not normal. You know what I'm saying? Unless Sullivan does it for that Brentford boycott game. He's going to use that Brentford boycott game. Trust me on this one, and he knows it because what it is. If you get a new manager in charge, then the fan base is torn. Then yeah, like you're tearing the fan base either way. If you don't turn up, you're not a real fan. If you do turn up, well, you're not supporting the protest. And then there's in-house fighting. That's what he's going to do. That's what he's going to do, mate. And it is disgusting. It really is. 45 million I spent on this side. Two players. Can you sell anyone outside of the strongest 11? Oh, it's too early. It's Friday, mate. I'm not on the maths today. It's my day off today. Aaron has dementia. That's a problem. He's just a fucking pain in the ass, isn't he? Let's be real. Like at the end of the day, this geezer's never going to amount to anything. Like for us, like this bloke doesn't really care, and it's proved it this week. Because really, you would have sacked Potter. You just would have done. You would have gone right. This ain't right. We're gonna have to change it, and changed it right now. But I think he's waiting, and I think he's waiting for that game because he knows with that game he will use it against the fan base. And if he does that, if he does what I think he's going to do, I think it's absolutely filth. If you want me to be truthfully honest, I think it's absolute filth what he's doing, and he's marking it in a way that he's blaming the fans. And then what it is, just to say this because I'm going to make a move in a minute, right? What will happen is that people will be phoning to talk sport and going on sort of Sky and saying, well, you're not really supporting the team or the manager now, right? The owner's got the manager out. You've got to go and support the manager and the team. And people will be saying, well, no, well, we're protesting against the ownership. And then there'll be that bang, bang, bang. And that's what it's going to be. I'll be very, very, very shocked, extremely shocked if that is not the case. I will. Like, it's just I've seen this play so many times before, and he's up against it. He's got no one else to run. He's got the fan base against him. What's the best way to get the fan base and the media back on side is to turn it around onto the fan base and make it out that they're the problem, and we're simply not the problem at the end of the day. So yeah, right. I think that's me done. Smash a like on the video, subscribe to E20 Zone TV, hit notification bell. I know I've done a little bit of a rambling on. I was going to pre-record this video, but I thought I'd just knock this video up and get it out there. And that is me done. I'll be back on Monday. Watch along, after thought, player ratings, the full shebang on Monday. And I hope we can get a positive result on Monday, right? I really, really do. But if we get rolled and he's still in the job on Tuesday morning, I think it's filth. I think O'Sullivan's just a fucking absolute wrong and words cannot describe how much I dislike that man. But something tells me we're going to get some sort of result there. It just feels like it. But you know, it is what it is. I still don't know how to hype a video. If you scroll across, Damien, you see it. It'd be a hype thing, as they say back in the day, on my garage days. So there you go, part timer. Anyway, enjoy your weekend. That's another good thing and all. And keep the faith. That's enough from me. Bish bash bosh. Take it easy.